Yes, people, madness and badness all weekend, yeah? So, first and foremost, Arsenal got batted up at the Hammers. Is that watching that? Who remembers? Do you remember that show, Roms, Under the Hammer? Remember that one? Yeah. Literally, is that to a T? And then obviously, Man City taking it a game at a time, clear as day, 3-0 up. Nearly could have cost them. Could have cost them, but it didn't. Man United cruising in the Forest as well, chopping down the trees yet again. And obviously, Liverpool yet to play tonight. And I suppose we have to talk with Spurs because it's funny. Right? It's funny stuff.
What's more funny, Spurs or Chelsea?
Nah, I think we got used to Chelsea by now, Spurs.
But with Chelsea, we're getting to used to it. Spurs will win here and there. Chelsea is consistently bad. So
yeah, it's just like I mean, look, we're just here to talk on the results, what we actually think and feel and whatnot. Obviously, is what it is, man. The situations. Let me go through a couple man that are already here. Man like Anthony, big up yourself. Lumen as well, always here. So smash the like button, guys. There's 40 of you already in here, so please do if you haven't done so just yet. Big up our latest member, Faizan. Let me know how you say it. Let me try to pronounce it correctly for yourself. How do you say it, Mo?
Faizan. I think he's that's not Faizan Hussein. I think that's not an Arab name.
No. Daniel says 1 game at a time. Sid is here as well, joining us. I'm sure you are following my every move, Sid. Right? Yeah. All right. Jessica Lambert in the building as well. How you doing? Hope you're good. Big up Olu as well. He says, Arsenal, we're gonna need a bigger boat. Big up Noz in the building. That's not CFCOG, is it? Or is that different? No, I'm thinking of someone else. But big up yourself. I see you all the time. Ravi as well. Man like Dan, Tommy. I never seen your name, Tommy, you know. Big up yourself, though. Hopefully you're a new subscriber. And Jarvis as well. We're going to talk about Man United. Of course we will. And I get it. It's never a foul. It's never on time. I get it. Yeah, I get it. Because we're never on time, to be fair. It's like, you should just always shift 5. Yeah, I'm going to start at 3:15. Yeah, let me start at 3:20. Might make a difference. Well, I want to say something quick, yeah. It's going to be weird for me to say. It's going to be weird. Because I've seen, you know this deflection tactic that I've seen from Liverpool fans do last year. I'm seeing it from Arsenal fans this year. So they are saying Man City are buying a league. They bought leagues. And so
buying a league.
Yeah.
Why are they all of a sudden saying that?
Your fans done it as well. What I don't get is something come across to me today. In the last 5 to 6 years, I get City have spent $1 billion since the takeover and stuff like that. But if you go look at their net spend, in the last 5 to 6 years, their net spend is a good 350 million or so underneath Arsenal's net spend in the last 5 to 6 years. Crazy, right? Which means they invest. They've invested.
It was lower than us for 4 years. It was actually lower than us.
So the net spend trophy truly might actually go to Man City if there is actually a trophy. So they've actually invested it very well. Where you can see Man United spent 1.2 and haven't invested great. If anyone's bought any leagues, why is it not the same energy for Chelsea? Because Chelsea only came 5. Let's be honest. Chelsea only came about 4 or 5 years before Manchester City. So but I never see anyone say they bought the Champions League. They bought the Premier League. They bought in the best manager at the time.
Do you want the honesty? Because they're not Arabs. Because the people that bought Chelsea are not Arabs. That's exactly
what I'm
what
saying.
it is.
They had unlimited.
Even though it's the same oil money, Cass. You know that it's the same oil money. Abramovich was an oil and gas tycoon as well. It's the same.
You know it as well, Casemiro. They were for a bit. But when City had their takeover, it was like, let's pick on the new kid now. When now it's City, everyone kind of forgot about Chelsea. But I think for a bit, before City had their takeover, people were saying that about Chelsea.
Not maybe as much.
Not really.
They had to invest in the start. Everyone invests at the start. Watch Newcastle. Like people say Newcastle ain't spent money. They again in the last 5 years, they have spent nearly close to 400 million. By the way. They have also spent money. Recently, I think in the last year or two? Have they not spent like 150, 200 million?
Yeah,
But that will go over people's heads because they say we haven't spent money. No, you have spent money, but it just goes under the radar. And it's not me trying to back City or anything like that. It's just the narrative of buying trophies. Why don't you tell that to Real Madrid then?
How much does Daps pay you for this opening segment?
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's not that. I'm just trying to be fair. I'm just trying to be fair.
No, I hear you.
I'm just trying to be fair on it because I saw it this morning. I thought, you know what? Like I haven't said oil money. You bought trophy. I ain't said that in years. I can't lie, like for a few years now. Like I used to be on that bandwagon. But when you think of the club how it's ran, I think it's just jealousy.
Facts.
It's jealousy, isn't it? It is jealousy.
It is jealousy. When I saw all these clubs spending money, I'm thinking, I wish that was mine. And the only thing you can say is to start getting onto them. But really and truly, we all want our clubs to spend money. I don't get this. Oh, your oil club, you bought this, you bought that. The modern day, that's just football. Like it's turning into.
Doesn't everyone wish they had an Arab owner?
I definitely.
Or a rich Russian, or just a rich guy in general.
Mo isn't you're saying a Bahrainian might buy Inter soon. I bet Mo's bouncing.
Yeah, it's an investment. But let me just be honest. I don't like monopoly in football, and there is a difference between you buying players. Like Man United went and spent 100 million on Pogba when they gave him for free 100 million euros, wasn't it? And it was
80 million pounds. 80 million pounds.
Yeah. Anyway, so 80 million when they gave him for free, but nobody said anything. Listen. You have to. This is the Premier League. This is the richest league in the world. You'll have to spend money to compete, unless you want to be like Arsenal and get players that don't work and work on a project. Chelsea, they got Mourinho, they got Drogba from Marseille, they got the Ferreira, they got the Carvalho from Porto that won the Champions League the year before in 2004.
Oh my God, Paulo Ferreira, he was a baller.
Kesman.
I don't say Kesman.
But let me tell you the difference. I think the difference between Manchester City and Chelsea, that Manchester City, the takeover happened in the social media era where Twitter arrived. And because Chelsea, and also Chelsea at that time, they didn't buy superstars. I think the only one that they bought, if correct me if I'm wrong, Cass, was Ashley Cole from Arsenal. That was the only one. Like Drogba at Marseille was not that superstar.
Not the point, but we could say the same for Man City. Like Man City didn't buy David Silva when David Silva wasn't a superstar. Aguero wasn't a superstar. The only superstar they did kind of buy.
That was the right way. Sorry, that was the right way, Cass. But before you remember, they went and bought Robinho. You know what I mean? Like they bought names, so people started noticing why you're going to buying these names.
Yeah.
And they realized it's wrong. Yes, they realized it's wrong.
You say Adebayor was a name as well?
I think in English football he definitely was.
Yeah. But after this, they realized let's run it right way. Let's buy the David Silvas. Let's go and invest in the De Bruyne. He was in Wolfsburg. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you remember Chelsea bought Shevchenko, all these names, Adrian Mutu, all of them, man. Like they
all failed. Fernando Torres failed. Everybody that they bought, they failed.
It's not trying to like twerk like that's. By the way, my you got my paper. But what's it called? That would be £50.
But the energy is wrong because of their Arab.
No.
As it is, Cass. You know what it is, man.
Yeah, the only thing why I bring it up. It's only I'm gonna move on to obviously talking on the games. Is you're losing out on the title race currently. Like you're losing ground. Don't be bitter now, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The whole point of the story is don't be bitter. It's not a good look. I'm just saying, like you ain't been in the title race for years. Just don't do it. Just say the better club is doing better at the moment. Like, do you know what I mean? Like that's what Arsenal fans have been going along with the whole season. The better club has just been better. Pretty much, right?
The better club. Yes, the better club.
Yeah, so until then, I'll wait for the City's downfall when Pep leaves. Yeah? All right? Because when you think about it, they invested a lot of money, their chairman, but they've actually recovered a lot of money as well. They ain't spent 630 million in the space of 6 months.
The highest, right, Cass? Their net spend.
It's not even in the top 15 teams in the whole world.
It's not the highest. Yeah, there's people will never tell you this. People will tell you they spent that, but they never tell you they sold that.
Yeah.
Oh, so they manage the finances well.
Yeah.
You know what is with City as well? Other than last summer, cool. They spent 100 million on Grealish, but for about 4 summers in between. I think the first summer Pep came, I think it was about 150 on fullbacks. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was 150. But after that,
imagine that, Roms. They spent 50 million on Mendy and then 50 million on Walker, if I'm correct. What an investment, other than Mendy.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
exactly.
Mendy is not their fault, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not their fault. It was just always, and he was always injured, to be fair. So it would never have worked out, anyways.
And then about 2-3 summers after that, I don't think they even hit 100 million in most of them summer windows. So they've actually done it.
They
very
didn't even
well.
go over. They didn't even go over a 60 million pound signing, by the way. Just
exactly.
clarify.
So when everyone's like they buy this, they buy that, they're just very smart. I hate to say it, but they're just smart with it. Very smart.
Welcome to the Man City praise stream, guys. It's the Man City praise stream right here on Never a Foul.
I didn't think we would start like this.
No, I didn't know. I had no. By the way, I had no idea.
I just thought because I just saw it. I wanted to talk about it. If I see something, I want to talk about it. It's as simple as that. I saw a lot this morning. I thought, you know what? I think I might just talk about it. You know what I mean? Let me go through a couple of the super chats, and we'll start on what was the most recent game. I suppose we can just talk on Manchester United to get that out of the way because Roms is here. Talks too much. Olu says Arsenal released a bunch of players on a free. City sold theirs for free. Net spend is a silly stat to use. It shows good business management. Our stats are a part of everyday life now.
I don't get that. Net spend is a silly stat to use. Well, no, that's a good stat. That means you're running the club really well.
Yeah. Mo, do you follow the Egyptian Premier League? And who do you support? Mina
Sido. May big up Mina. I think it's from Egypt, of course. Mina. I used to follow, but there is no broadcast here in America. But I support Al Ahly because I was as a member of the club and I played a season in that club. Al Ahly is the second biggest club in the world. Al Ahly.
Who their rivals? What are rivals?
Huh?
You played for them?
I played 1 year, yeah. For them.
That's wicked.
I was a kid.
Mo, who are their rivals?
Al Zamalek.
That's who I support now.
But there is
Al
no
Zamalek.
Al Ahly is the second, I think, most. Here you go. He's gone because of his lies.
I'm here.
No, anyway, he's the biggest club in Africa, and he's like the Man. They're actually called the Red Devils, exactly like the Man United.
Oh, I definitely support them now.
They are the second most decorated club, I think, after Real Madrid in the world, or something like this, or Celtic. Is it Celtic or Rangers, the most decorated club in the world?
I believe it's Rangers, isn't it?
Rangers, right?
Yeah, Rangers are one of the most Scottish. They're the biggest team in Scotland.
Yeah,
Celtic I think more modern. People don't realize sometimes Rangers before they went down into like third. They were
Al Ahly in Africa is Real Madrid. Is like the 10 Champions League in Africa, 33 leagues in the country. They are the best run club in the continent. But anyway,
yeah. Rangers are stupid. They got some.
Yeah, there is trophies. like an 80 something trophies or some kind of stuff like
yeah,
this.
some mental case stuff, but they only have like 15 teams in their league. But what's it called? Anyways, moving on. As you can see, the results down in the fixtures down below. Let's talk on Man United versus Forest first before we talk about Arsenal, City, and the rest of the crew. Obviously, Man United were the last game to play yesterday. Did you watch it, Roms?
Yeah.
What have you got to say for yourself?
First of all, I'm giving this guy praise because
is it?
Listen, football fan before LFC fan, you have to say things how you see it. Anthony, the criticism needs to stop because he's been playing well the last 3-4 games. You have to be honest with it. I think if there's anyone you're going to give criticism to, it has to be Jadon Sancho. He's from down the road with me. This is one player for United I want to do well. Maybe 30 goals and assists for United to get relegated. That would have been a perfect season for me. But Jadon Sancho, if anyone wants a scapegoat, for me, it has to be him. I think Bruno Fernandes had one of his best games this season as well. If it wasn't for Keylor Navas, that's probably one of the goals of the season. The chance he saved. I think Anthony was good. I think Bruno was good. Martial, you can tell you've been missing him. If he could just stay fit towards the end of the season, I think it increases Man United's chances of silverware because not only he can link play, I think he's a decent finisher. I think it was a good performance for United. I thought that it would be a draw. Maybe it might be my Liverpool bias. I thought Forest would be a bit stronger than they were. Kaz kept telling me they're dead. I don't have no reason to fear them. They're battling relegation, but I thought they would have put up a bit bit more of a fight. I know people are going to use Maguire as a scapegoat, but he only really had a poor first 10 to 15, if I'm being really honest. Other than that, I think Maguire had a decent game. Bissaka as well. What Ten Hag has done to Bissaka, he's dribbling, he looks more comfortable now, his decision making's improved. I think all round it was encouraging for United. I think it was a good performance, but yeah, that's where my praise stops. What about you?
Man United simply were up to the level to beat Nottingham Forest about 3-4-0. I thought, yes, the penalty and all the shout in the beginning, but I didn't think it's a penalty. There's a big barking on social media about that penalty. I did not think it was a penalty. Maguire, I think that someone else jumped into it. Maguire, there was someone pushing him, and he had his hand not above his shoulder, right next to him. I didn't think it was a penalty for Nottingham Forest. I don't like the football that Nottingham Forest play. I think they're a championship team still, even with all the signings. Man United, we got to give some credit to Anthony. To be honest, yesterday he was so good. One of the players that stepped up lately is Sabitzer. I like the player since he was at RB Leipzig and went to Bayern, now Man United. So Man United did what they had to do yesterday to win the game. They were great. They were good. And I think that win is the one that will let them have the separation between them and the teams below them. And if you look at the table now, I'm just gonna show you the table on here. So the table now, they are 59 points with 6 points ahead of Spurs with the game in hand. So I'm assuming, and that game, I think they don't play next week, so that's against Chelsea. So I think they are now in top 4, no questions. And
I was going to say, Mo, Kaz is probably best starts when he comes back. But is that Sabitzer injury serious? Because I know he got injured in the warm-up, I think.
When you get injured in the warm-up, probably it's a muscular injury. I don't think it will be serious. I'm not sure if it will be serious. But man, until like Cass is gonna come here and have his bits about the game. But Erik ten Hag did really well. I got a lot of things to say about Ten Hag. Positive things. It's just one thing is that he kind of mismanages sometimes the big games. But I think that will get better when he has the more subs and his team and some of the players that should leave the team, to be honest. Diego Dallo yesterday, that goal with Anthony was so well taken. It was great run from deep, great awareness of the position, running behind the defense. And Anthony, fantastic through ball, to be honest, to play him the right weight, right time. Everything was perfect. I thought, man, it was a conclusive win, to be honest, for Man United.
I think I agree with you. It should have been more. But something you just said there, Ten Hag sometimes gets it wrong in the big games. You know why you can't really? A lot of football fans can be quite fickle and they'll jump on that. The best do as well. We've seen Mourinho sometimes get it wrong. We've seen Guardiola sometimes get it wrong. It happens to the best of the managers. It's bound to happen. You can't have every game flawless. So when fans say, "Oh, ETH, Erik ten Hag folds under pressure in some big games," every manager does. You could argue that's why City haven't won a championship.
Yeah, 100%. But just one of the things that I am still waiting to see is Man United. They have a style. Erik ten Hag, from the first friendly game he played, he has a style. He has that way of playing football. So you can see the footprint. But he changed it a lot. Like Pep Guardiola changes the way he plays, like holding the ball in some areas sometimes. But I think Erik ten Hag, because he doesn't have the players that he wants, every player, I think he changes it most of the time, like going from ball position football to counter-attacking football to like holding it to the lines, which is what Liverpool and Man City never did. Now Arsenal, they never fall back. That's what I mean. A playing is that you impose your authority on the opposition, unless of course you're playing City or something like this. But that's what I mean. Erik ten Hag has been great. Erik ten Hag's style, guys, is ball position, tight spaces like what they did yesterday. That through ball, running from deep for a fullback to go inside the 18 is Erik ten Hag's style. It's not counter-attacking football. If you watched him, I watched him only at Ajax, and that's his style. A false nine that gets involved with the play, like a Harry Kane. Like he had Tadic at Ajax, and he was like a false nine, getting involved and always getting the wingers involved. And that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get... That's why Rashford is scoring a lot of goals. But sometimes he doesn't do that because I think because he doesn't have still the personalities on the team to do that every game.
Because you're spot on now. I'm not gonna act like I watched Ajax in the league, but I only watched them in the Champions League, the campaign where they went to the semi-finals. But that's why I even realized you would have Tadic and then Neres and Ziyech would be running off. They'll be running in behind. But Ten Hag style, from what I've seen, is best suited with a false nine. And this is why I'm saying if United can keep Martial fit, I think he'll be key in these last 10 to 15 whatever games, depending if they progress in certain competitions, because I think he's integral to the way they play, the way he drops it. Not only he can link play, I've always rated him as a finisher as well. I would even argue, I don't know if you agree with this, Mo, but for me, Martial can even be a better finisher than Rashford. I know it looks crazy because Rashford has good numbers this year and we hardly get to see Martial, but I've seen the way he can finish, and I think if he stays fit, he will be United's leading goal scorer. But you can never rely on players like that because they're never really available.
Yeah, listen, Martial, for me, my problem with Martial is his work ethics. I'm always a
He's
guy
been
that
talking crap
likes
for my team.
No, we're actually been praising the team.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
better.
I've actually had to praise it.
Yeah, I
But
bet it
when we
does.
speak about later on in the week, that's when I'm not praising your team because I don't think you progressed to any semi-final this weekend. But we'll see.
But I'm gonna give it to Cass. Go ahead. Tell me, Man United, what's the goal now this year?
I still want all trophies. I can't lie.
All the things that you're in now.
All of them.
The Cup and the Europa League.
Nah, you know what? I don't even think we're gonna go. Sunday, I don't know. It's a cup game. Anything can happen, right? So for me, it's like they got no Veltman and they've got no Evan Ferguson. I'm not afraid of no Danny Welbeck up front. It's just Matoma. And with Wan-Bissaka there, it's like that's just a lockup already. So it's like, can we get something? Can we dominate the midfield? Can we give them a good game? You know, it's going to be hard. Obviously, they play a very positional game. So, but they can be exposed on the counter attack. So, and it's something that like, I don't think Man United is a counter attacking team. They're just very efficient in counter attacking. That's it.
What Mo was just saying. Yeah.
So, and that's just my take on my obviously on that. With the Forest game, like Eriksen got 72 minutes in, Marcel got another 70 minutes in.
What a difference Eriksen makes, bro.
This is what it's weird, and it's like against someone like Brighton, Eriksen probably be very good because he won't be chasing shadows. Like you don't need to be physical against Brighton. Let's be honest, you really don't. They don't have a lot of physical players.
You gotta be quick defensive.
Yes and no, because with Caicedo in and around that
I don't. And then that's why you need players with brains. Then, like Rashford should be back. I think he's back for Sevilla.
Quickly, because I asked Mo. Obviously, it's better to ask you. Is that Sabitzer in the pre-game one? It's not serious, is it, or is it serious? You know the knock he had in pre-game. You know in the warm-up, Sabitzer, he was initially going to start, and then he got injured. I swear.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, but I don't think it will feature. If it's a groin injury, then it's pretty much gonna. Yeah, if it's a groin injury, you won't be available. Like even a small tweak, a groin hurts. I've had that. You're out for like a couple of weeks, man, or 3 weeks. It is what it is. Biggs Mohammed says Matoma will rip Wan-Bissaka to shreds. Everyone's tried. No one's succeeded. Even Saint Maximin didn't succeed.
I haven't seen any Wenger. If someone can remind me, guys, since Wan-Bissaka joined Man United, he has been a crap player going forward. No touch. I wouldn't choose him in my five-a-side team, but he has been one of the most successful tacklers in the league. One-on-ones, he never get dribbled easily. So why are people saying that?
Yeah, I get Wembley's a bigger pitch, but then there's going to be a lot more space to utilize. This is what I mean. But it's not like Brighton are not suspect of conceding goals. You know, like they are.
I remember games against City where Sterling would have to go on the other side because Bissaka's giving him such a hard time. It would happen whenever you played City, and that was when Sterling you could say in his peak. But you're right, Mo. I've never seen anyone really.
I can remember it. Like I can remember a performance on top of my head now where Wan-Bissaka got shredded. In a game.
This is what I mean. Not this season. He hasn't. This is what I mean about the narrative. Last season, yes. The season before, yes. This season, no. He's been good at the back post. It was only yesterday's game. It was yesterday's game where he cleared the ball. from the back post, by
I
the
was
way.
saying to Mo before,
And-
when you were gone for a bit, Kaz, even like he's technically getting better. His dribbling's got better. Erik Terrace actually developing him as we speak. I'm not going to lie.
Most improved player this season under Ten Hag, I think, out of anybody.
Yeah,
Because I'm
guys.
seeing him dribble yesterday. I didn't think he had that in him. Not
Good
gonna
guy,
lie.
he's finally turning into a football player, someone who gets paid to play football.
Mm.
I'm serious because I wasn't recognizing him as a football player before. It's like, yeah, he can be an athlete, you can run, you can tackle, but he wasn't. Somehow Ten Hag turned this guy into someone who can play football. Actually, there is a new member. No, ND Annie have been with us for 2 months. He's saying, "What's good, everyone? I'm on my way back from holiday." ND Annie, thank you so much for being a member with us for 2 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, my man. Guys, 140 of you here. Please hit that like button for us. If you don't know what it is, if you're on your phone, close the live chat and hit the like button. It looks like this. Highlight it and then click the live chat again, because some people having a hard time finding it. It's underneath your live chat, and if you're watching a computer, it is underneath your video right away. We'll move on to the next game, and Spurs. This is only, I think we'll talk about Spurs or Chelsea, and maybe we'll start with Spurs and say it's an absolutely an atrocious team.
Did you see Sky Sports percentage of them finishing top 4? What percentage they gave them?
Now, what is it?
4%.
Oh, the Opta thing. And
Yeah. 4% Spurs are going to finish in the top 4. I think Spurs finish out the European place altogether.
You know what, right? You know what? They say the table doesn't lie, but it is lying to me, because my club are in the mud, but they are literally 6 feet under. Spurs are not better than my club. I actually watched them. I don't know what's going on with that club. It's like even when they go 1-0 up, I say, if you're a betting person, if you bet on Spurs game, just do both teams to score, because they do score. I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember the last team to get a clean sheet against them. So they score goals, but then they'll concede as much, if not more. That club, I don't even know what to say anymore. I agree with you, Kaz. I think they're finishing 8th or 9th, 100%. And
I don't know about 8th or 9th. Yeah, maybe. I think 7th. I think they've got. I think Brighton and Villa go above them in the end.
And Liverpool.
Yeah,
you know what? But then it depends. It depends on your fixture tonight. To be fair, I'll be honest. If you beat Leeds, but then you've got to play them as well.
Exactly, and 5 of our remaining 8 games are at home, and we've only lost 1 league game at home. So that's where I do better.
Is Antonio Conte was he really the problem, or is it the same cycle that we know Spurs to be?
I have been saying that all season. The problem is the club. He is a winner. Mourinho is a winner. It's them, bro. It's them. And let me explain it to you before we go into the game a little bit and give praise to Bournemouth, because I was impressed with Bournemouth, to be honest.
As I said,
you did say that they're going to get a result. When you sign a player at your club, on any club, you get that player on. It's not about the coach. The player first, because sometimes you sign a player that doesn't meet the coach because you don't know who's going to be the coach in the summer. He meets the owner, the recruitment team. If you sign that player and tell that player and convince that player that this club, they are winners and we're going to win trophies, or we're just here to compete, be participants, and just enjoy the ride and improve, there are big difference. Okay? The problem is Spurs are happy to participate, to be around the competition, to be around the top 4. Jurgen Klopp, when he signs a player, he tells them we're here to win. Pep Guardiola the same. Okay? And that's even Chelsea, by the way, when they sign players, they tell them we're signing you to win the league, to win the Champions League, not to improve, not to compete. And I think that's the problem. It's a problem with the whole club. It's not about the owners, because I'm going to say it, the owners spend money. We have been told in the summer that they had the best summer window. That's a fact. We've been told that. Bissouma, Richarlison, all of this. It's all about the mentality of the club, and they're not winners. They are okay to participate. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, potentially, yeah, man. I just don't know for Spurs where they go. Kane's gonna leave. How they even gonna invest that money that they get for him? More Levy out stuff. The fan base has gone super toxic. I'm looking at this table. Obviously, here they're on 53 points, and it's just like I swear they've been in around that point margin for forever.
They should have been 7th, Cass.
It's just like,
Reality, they should have been 7th. That
yeah,
Brighton game.
yeah, but we can say
is-
that about a lot of games, though. To be fair,
But that
a lot
game,
of
I
games.
will never forget that game. You cannot get 3 calls right in the day of war. 3
I,
calls
I, I
wrong.
just look.
Sorry, in
I
the day
just
of
look
war.
at that. Look, Liverpool win tonight. They've got 2 games in hand against them. This is what I'm saying. They got 2 games in hand against them. If let's say sorry, Rob's quick.
Can you hear me?
Oh
Yeah, you might have to turn down your mic again. That same way I told you. So yeah, Liverpool got 2 games in hand against them. They're on 43 points, right, or 44. They win that, they can go 49 points, and all of a sudden, they're like 4 points behind Spurs, and they got to play Spurs at Anfield, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at it like that. Yeah, now look, 3 points. They win tonight, win another one. It's 49 points, 4 points behind Spurs. Got to play them at Anfield. Probably definitely beat them at Anfield.
No, Spurs play Newcastle away, my man, next week.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. So it's like maybe Rom. Like,
Wait, did you say Spurs probably beat us at Anfield?
no.
No.
Other way around.
No,
You still need to turn down your mic still. But what's it called? I don't know for them, man. Where do they get their next point? Where do they get their next points, people? That's all I'm gonna ask. Where do Spurs get their next points? I want to go through a couple of them because I want to move on from Spurs. Obviously, I ain't got that much time myself. But they have got Newcastle next. Then they got Man United and Liverpool. Then they got Crystal Palace.
This is where they get points.
I think this is where
They get a point. This is where they get a point.
But do they a point? I'm talking about 3 points.
No,
Where do they
I'm
get
talking
3
about
points?
I'm talking about a point. They get a point.
Then they got
against
Aston.
Palace.
Then bear in mind they've got Aston Villa and then Brentford.
So I think from now until the end of the season, you go a little bit lower. From now until the end of the season, I reckon Spurs get between 4 and 7 points. So they finish on 60 points.
I think that's a fair assessment. Yeah. Because I don't even think Spurs fans, even if they are here right now in the chat, can be telling me, no, we're going to be finishing above anybody else. It's diabolical.
That's not happening. I don't think ND. That's not happening, my man.
I swear, Andy's like where's he? A Liverpool fan, isn't it?
I don't think.
Or is it Arsenal?
Not
I
this
thought
Spurs.
I thought you meant Ed. I don't know who Andy supports.
Yeah, who does ND support? I'm pretty sure he's a Liverpool fan and wants one of them people there. But it's all right though, man. But yeah, man, Spurs are in the mud. Don't know who their next manager's gonna be. Don't see them surging on next season either.
Yeah.
Unless there's a miracle happens, isn't it? Because that defense still remains. Every single one of them defenders. Okay, bar remember. Cass, I'm United. Remember, you're not a United fan. Anyways, how dare you even say we drop points against Spurs?
I swear your record there is good anyway.
Serious, yeah.
You're not serious, are you, ND? You're a United fan, and you're saying you're gonna drop points against. Yeah, oh my God, no! Against this Spurs, absolutely not.
Yeah, I can't see it. But then it's they just got too many issues to fix. Same way with Liverpool, but Liverpool still got Salah, Van Dijk, and Alisson, and they got a core somewhere, some shape or form. These man need Spurs need attackers, they need midfielders, and they need defenders, and they need a goalkeeper. This is what I'm saying. It's going to get worse.
They're going back to Thompson days as the sponsor, Mido,
2008.
Them days. Yeah, Martin Yo, about 2005 to 6 days, because I think
they played that. Chorluka and Benoit Asuaketo and Kabul and them, man, they played a better brand of football than this current Spurs team.
I think they won a trophy, innit? So
after Harry Kane, the best player I saw in Spurs is Moussa Dembele.
Gareth Bale's better than
Dembele?
Harry Kane. No, Dembele's a complete football player, but Bale was the best out of the bunch. That's the best thing they produced in it forever.
How many seasons they played? 3 seasons there, from 2011 to 2013, and then he left. 13,
Bale was killing it for a few years, isn't it? He
He
was there when Maicon was getting slapped up.
Yeah, that's 2011. That's what I'm saying. He only played 3 seasons there. I think full seasons.
No,
he was young before that.
When did he?
He played from Spurs from 2007 to 13. He was there for 6 seasons.
Did he play?
When he actually,
but he had 143 caps.
Yeah, okay. So that's fair enough. About 3-4 seasons. Yeah, 4 seasons.
Yeah, he played everywhere. Plale played. He started off at left back.
Yeah.
Then went left wing. Then went right wing. Then went centre forward.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Anyway, move out from Spurs. Move away, because the world is gonna move away from Spurs soon, guys. They're gonna be a venue. They're gonna be a venue for parties, go karting, and concerts. And you guys gonna go to Spurs ground to go to concerts and stuff. You're gonna remember that ground because remember you're gonna go. Who do you like? You like Kanye West? He's gonna be there soon.
Mm,
Yeah, selling it out.
mm.
Yeah. Moving
That's
on from Spurs, of course. Let's move to the other London club, Chelsea.
Is there
I,
even talking on them?
listen. I was working at this game, so I saw it firsthand, right? And the, we already knew Brighton were amazing, but that honestly should have been for the only. You know what? The only criticism I could give to Zerbi, and it's not really even a criticism because they won the game, but they can even go up another gear. They can be even more clinical because that could have easily been 5 or 6-1. And even Gallagher's goal, I turned to
It's
Chelsea
a
fans and said,
deflection, isn't it?
yeah, it was a completely against the running play. I said, you do know you're not winning this at all. I don't know if you don't caught it on the highlights, but Matoma was skinning Chalobah time and time again. But sometimes it wasn't amounting to chances. Brighton are amazing. I don't know where Chelsea go from here because they get knocked out tomorrow night. Let me actually ask you two, where do you think they finish? That honestly, no banner aside, where do you think Chelsea Football Club finish? Because I think they're on the beach.
Let me
for
look
the
at
rest
the
of the season.
let me look at the table. I think they finished 12th, below one of Wolves or Crystal Palace.
I'm gonna say it. It's gonna be worse than that. I think Bournemouth finish higher.
That's what I was thinking. I think the only game
Really?
they give.
You think they finished 14th?
I need to see. Let me see the full table. I can't lie because I'm looking at their fixtures.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, no, it's just
I look at their. If
The
you see
running
their
is
fixtures,
crazy.
it's mental, bro. It's mental. I think Wolves finish above them in the end. I think Crystal Palace finish above them in the end. I think Bournemouth finish. I don't think West Ham finish above them or Leeds. I'm gonna say. I think
oh
they finish.
my
Yeah, I
god.
think they
You
finish 14th.
serious?
I'm being dead serious. I think they finish 14th.
You know the
The,
only game, and I think you two may agree, they lose it, but they put on a somewhat better performance. Is Arsenal? They got Lampard even hating the club. They're gonna try and I think he's just gonna go so pragmatic. Probably play five. I think he won't
Oh,
go for four. He'll go five at the back, and he's gonna try and put a dent in their title race. That's the only game I see them putting in a somewhat good performance because it's Arsenal.
you know what it is? I've been a backer of Chelsea this season. That's the thing. I thought they were gonna do a
You actually
lot better.
was. You were the
I've
hottest
been
guy.
backing them all season. I'm not hating. It's not hating. I'll go through it. Chelsea versus Brentford. Don't think you win that. Arsenal versus Chelsea. Frankly, at the Emirates, I don't think you win that. Bournemouth versus Chelsea. I think Bournemouth have your number. Chelsea versus Forest is where you get some points.
Where
Man
is it? At
City.
the bridge or away?
No, he's at the bridge. Man City versus Chelsea. Not winning that. Chelsea versus Newcastle. You're not winning that. Chelsea have to play Brighton again. You're not winning that. And then Chelsea's got Newcastle again. You know, wait.
no, they
No,
won't
no,
play
no. Sorry,
Brighton
sorry, sorry,
again.
sorry, sorry, sorry. They ain't got Brighton. That's something else. Newcastle end of the season, and then they've got us, Man United at Man United. You're not winning that. I see Chelsea. I'm not joking. I think they pick up a maximum of 4 points. So,
Wait, who was on the calling show last night? They said
Sid.
Chelsea get points at United. Someone said it. I can't remember who it was.
I think
Something-
Sid was the only Chelsea
Sid
fan.
is the
Sid, it
only
was
Chelsea
Sid.
fan that we had
Sid's
yesterday.
deluded. Sid's deluded, but it's calm. But I'm being dead serious. I think they get a maximum of 4 points. A win against Forest and maybe a draw along the lines against somebody. Tell me I'm lying.
I agree with you, but then football's a weird sport. They'll probably get a bit more than that. But
You
No,
tell
they
me they're
get-
gonna beat who? They're gonna beat their West London rivals, flipping Brentford. No, who's scoring? Who's gonna beat that big ass defense? They can't score no headers. So what you got?
I'm gonna go shameless and do 5 points instead of 4. I think they draw that Brentford game. Where is it?
It's at the bridge, but it doesn't
I
matter.
genuinely, guys, think that Chelsea have a chance to go through tomorrow. Genuinely, I'm not
No.
just saying that. They
No,
have a chance to.
they'll
go
be
through
doing the
tomorrow.
world a disservice.
How about this?
We deserve Man City versus Real Madrid, not Man City versus Chelsea.
No, we definitely deserve Man City versus Real Madrid, but they have a chance. 2-0. Real Madrid should have finished that game there more than 2-0. They didn't. Remember, Chelsea, if they scored one,
I
the
can't
game
lie,
is
man.
on.
No,
Game
I
is
think
on.
Real Madrid
You
have-
guys
I
haven't
can't lie,
watched Real
man.
Madrid. You guys haven't watched Real Madrid lately.
I can't lie, man. I just don't see where they pick.
No,
Like,
how
won the
about
Champions
this? I
League,
think-
but they don't
I
pick
think
up
so.
points nowhere, man. Where do they pick up points? Like when you deep it, if they finish the season on, if I say maximum 4 points, 43 points in the season, Crystal Palace are going to pick up more than that. They're on good goal scoring form. Wolves are picking up some wins here and there. You know what I mean? Bournemouth will beat them and get 3 points closer to them. Bournemouth won't do great. Don't get me wrong. They won't do great, but they will pick up some points, and that will be where they finish 13th or 14th.
You know what, Kaz? Looking at it, I only go one better than. I think they will get a draw at Brentford, but that's it. That's actually it. I think they get 5 points from there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. Eldon Staffy says that's the lack of food speaking mode. Wake up. Pick up for the super chat.
Probably you're right, Mustafa. Probably.
What else is there to even say about this club? This club
Nothing.
spends so much money. It's supposed to spend. Go on.
back
You
on
might
the
need to turn your mic a little bit up. But yeah.
So is it too low?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Back on the Champions League thing, Mo. Like, I think Chelsea go 1-0 up. How about that? And I just think Real Madrid say, right, that's enough. We sold them a bit of a dream. And then I think they're just gonna blitz them like 3-1. And I know you said Real Madrid should have ended that tie, but they didn't really have to. Like, once Chelsea didn't put away their chance, I think Real Madrid do this thing in the Champions League. We've seen it time and time again. They don't even have to be playing that well. And then in moments, because I agree with you, I don't think they ever play well over the 90 minutes, but their moments will be filled with goals that end the tie in that kind of 20 to 25 minute span. And that's what I just think they'll do. Chelsea they'll take the lead at the bridge. I can see it. But
I'm not tipping Chelsea, just the last thing. I'm not saying Chelsea will go through. I'm just thinking that they have a chance. If they manage the game well, Real Madrid are not as strong as we think they are. Like, if you manage the game against them better, you can get a result. And it's only 2 goals, guys. It's 1 goal. The game is on. They scored 3 against Dortmund, if I'm not wrong. It's about Chelsea managing the game. They have a chance, but Real Madrid are 90% through. 2-0. You are 90% through. But the way we're putting it is like, they won like 4-5-0. It's only 2-0, and still Chelsea at their ground. They might wake up. Might be the game that they wake up. But Frank Lampard doesn't have a plan, but the players are still good
Frank
players.
Lampard has won 1 game in his last 17.
Yeah, of course. He has a again. Anyway,
Guys,
for me, Chelsea, let
smells.
me say that long may it continue because of the money they spend. I'm just gonna say that.
I'm gonna say as well, a big miss for Chelsea is Fofana as well. Like, it was.
Is he injured again?
Is he injured again? I had no idea.
He got a red card.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, got a red card.
No, wait, that was Chilwell, no?
Chilwell, bro. Chilwell is the one that got a red card. It's not him.
So who's playing left wing back?
Kukurea or Raheem Sterling, maybe. Kukurea. I think it's gonna go back to 4 in the back. I think it's
Vinicius is gonna have fun again. Reece James is gonna get smoked. I don't know, man. I think Reece James needs to take that personally. It's a tighter pitch. It's gonna be a fun time. Is it on tomorrow? Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, it's tomorrow. It's Tuesday, bro.
I can't wait.
I'm actually not watching that game, to be honest. I'm watching the Milan-Napoli game.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. You know what? You're right. I might watch that one instead.
Probably. I'm putting that on the big screen and Chelsea on the small screen. And I made a mistake last week.
Mo has this set up: the big screen, the laptop, the phone, the PC.
Now, guys, get us to 100 likes. Guys, hit that like button for us. Again, I'm gonna repeat it. It's my phrase. It's underneath your live chat, and it looks like this. It helps us massively. So hit that like button for us, please, guys. Make sure it's highlighted. And let's get to 100 likes at least.
Let's talk
what
on
else?
Arsenal. Let's talk on Arsenal Football Club. I think it's time. Because I think, you know what? I was supporting Arsenal yesterday. I don't want Man City to win the league because I don't want the idea of them winning the treble. Like, the idea makes me sick.
Don't lie. When West Ham came back, you had a smirk, and I
did. I really did. But for the sake of myself, I really didn't want Man City to go away with the league. Like, I don't want the thought of them of a treble would ruin my whole. I don't care what we win this season. If we did was to even win the Europa League.
Did you ever go 4 in a row with Fergie? Did you ever go 4
never?
in a row?
No one's ever done it. And this is what I'm saying. Yeah, Pep Guardiola makes me sick. Yeah, but see, Arsenal. It's not even Arsenal, bro. It's just the fans, bro. Like, honestly, out of every fan base, look, when West Ham came back, yes, I did smirk. I was like, you know what? Let me just vibe with it. Let's just go along with it. Because you know what? The downfall smells so good. It's like everything that they've said this season is undone. Guna Lee's face.
By the way, Guna, make sure you turn up tomorrow. You like to go missing. Make sure you turn up.
He's turning up. He's turning up. Tomorrow on Rival is going to be funny. But Monsters finally caught him. But what's it called? It's just like, How do you bottle a 2-0 lead at West Ham? How do you let a club like West Ham in their current state of form come back? Like they look like they were in cruise control. 2-0 in what, 13 minutes? Was it 13 or 14 minutes? Was it or 17? Which one was it?
I think 17, yeah.
17 minutes? Someone correct me if I'm wrong, yeah. How do you bottle that, man? Because you know what? I was thinking I'm gonna try and not use the word bottle. Like Newcastle didn't bottle it. Like they just lost to the better team. You can't say that about Arsenal. You didn't draw to a better team. It's just another 2 points dropped. It's not even like they're far away from your home ground. It's not that far away.
You know what? I'm big up to everyone. I'm not no individual. People that saying, yeah, still a derby, West Ham could have something for them. And everyone just brushed. I was one of them people. I was like, Arsenal are smoking them. Like there's no way West Ham are getting anything from it. And this is why we called it the beautiful game, because it just springs up these surprises. When Arsenal went 2-0 up, I thought, Kaz, you're all right. I got another prediction. I said even at 2-2, Arsenal win this 4-2. Like they're just gonna come back on some smoke. And they just didn't. For me, Arsenal need to hold this, because yeah, you can say last week, oh, we're at Anfield though, we don't win there and that, but you've gone. It's not even the fact you've drawn 2 games in a row now and you've lost 4 points out of this possible 6.
Wait, Arsenal got to play you. You lot got to play Arsenal still, innit? No, you just played them. You just played them. I'm thinking, I'm bugging.
I'm saying the fact they've gone 2-0 up 2 weeks in a row. It's not like you just drawn 2 games. You went 2-0 up in the same fashion, both away, and you end up only getting 2 points out of a possible 6 in a title race. You don't deserve to win. The only way Arsenal deserve to win this title is if they go to City and win now. Because even Newcastle, I can see if they're dropping points at West Ham and Newcastle on this top 4 charge, I can see them dropping points at Newcastle is well. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Arsenal need to hold this. You're on mute, Mo.
Okay. They don't deserve to win the league if they don't win against City for one reason, because they got beat at home. You cannot get beat by a team at home and away, your direct rival for the league, your direct competitor, and deserve to win the league. I know that winning the small games win you the league, but City are winning these games as well. So it will come down to this game, which is fair enough, because City picked up the form now, picked up the right plan now to as what do you say, as blip teams away. That's what you say. That's your phrase.
Something like that.
Yeah. So for me, they already doing it now. So Arsenal were winning games. So I don't care about West Ham, Liverpool, whatever. It's all about that game. They win that game, they win the league. And if they lose it, they don't deserve it. They don't deserve the league because they did not win against City at home. That's the only reason why they have to win this game. It's
for sure.
That game yesterday, to be honest, West Ham were on it. They had more attempt than Arsenal, and it's expected. I expected West Ham game to be tough. Again, West Ham are in not a relegation battle that they want to pull away. They want to focus on other things. They don't want to be under pressure until the end of the season. And it looked like they wanted to play. And 2-0 down, they still tried, and they got the penalty, and it could have been 3-2 because Antonio hit the post. Didn't someone say that yesterday? So at the end of the game. So this is a point gain for Arsenal. Yes, they bottled it. Yes, they were 2-0 up, and they did it against Liverpool. But it will come down to the City game. And I think they have a chance of beating City. I know City fans don't want to believe that. But again, this is Arsenal. This is Arteta, right? This is the Messiah that you told us about. So go to the Etihad, get a result, get a draw, and you're on it. You're still 1 point ahead. Win your games, you win the league. And you still have a chance to draw a game.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's just got to go pick up. Luckily, they got Southampton their next game out, which they should at the Emirates, which they should smash them. There's no, I can't see them dropping points there. Other than that, obviously, then there's Man City. Man City versus Leicester. Why am I I didn't watch the game highlights in the end, but I heard they could have lost the game towards the end through all their substitutions. Obviously, they never. Edison came clutch or something like that. Madison and Iheanacho missing.
This is why you do see managers not make so many changes at once, because the game changed. But we know why Pep did that. He's obviously got one eye on Bayern. You're 3-0 up. He should be allowed to do that. But the minute he made all them subs, I only watched the highlights. I didn't watch the full 90. But yeah, Leicester started to get chances. Edison, you know what? People like to bash Edison and whatnot. Pause. But he made a key save. I think if Maddison scores that, that last 10 minutes probably would have made the Etihad a bit cagey. City fan may not agree, but if Maddison scores that chance around the 80th minute, that last 10 minutes, it could have been very different. But Ederson pulled off a good save. Ian Nacho had another chance. Even though he scored, he had another chance he could have scored. But the only reason, like I said, the only reason Leicester even had a sniff or maybe thought they could get something from the game was because of all the changes. And we know why City made them. Other than that, it was a routine win. It was routine.
So I watched the whole game. This is the only game in my life, okay, that the result and the XG don't represent what happened in the game, to be honest. So for me, Leicester City actually looked like a League One team against Man City in the first half, and until they scored the goal. Man City were cruising this game. It could have been 10 in that first half. They kept missing chances after chances. Man City were toying with them until actually the players started to be overconfident and Maddison played with them, to be honest. James Maddison played with Man City, and that's on the coach. But City were absolutely, guys, one of the best performances I've seen from City this year. In the first 70 minutes. Oh my God, Cass. If you watch the game, it was brilliant. Like, it was toying with Leicester City. I'm like, this is 5-a-side game. It wasn't an 11-a-side game. It's 5-a-side. Dribbling, movement, passing, small passes, 1-2s. Oh my God, they were absolutely amazing. But that tells you that you cannot just, the football, they're 90 minutes. You got to play the 90 minutes. It's not only 45 and it's not 70 minutes. Again, you know that Leicester's XG is higher than Man City in this game, which is very strange. Leicester's XG is higher than Man City's in this game.
This is what I mean about stats, man. They make me sick.
Exactly. But you watch the game, Leicester City looked like a League One team for 70 minutes.
I don't know what else to say, man. And then there's Haaland. Like, how close is he to breaking Salah's goal record thing in the season?
One goal.
One goal?
Yes.
One goal.
You're mute, or you don't have a mic.
I'm mute.
No, not Roms.
He probably breaks it against Arsenal. That's the script. That's their next league game. I think next Wednesday, midweek.
They got Southampton and then they got City.
No. I mean, for City, City's next league game is Arsenal. He breaks the record against their title competitors. I can just see it. But he's level with Mo Salah now. Quickly, how many league goals would you say he finishes on? I'm just going to go with a random
37.
38. 37. What about you, Kaz?
Random numbers.
Again?
What league tally do you think Haaland ends up with? I'm going to just go 38. I'm just going to go with the amount of
games. What the league goals? How many league goals is he on right now?
32.
32.
32. Cool. One sec.
There's 8 games. 40.
So let me see. He's got.
This is crazy. Just
I think he's going to score against. He's going to score against Arsenal. So that's 1. He's going to score 1. I don't think he scores against Fulham. He's going to score 2 against West Ham. That's 3 goals. He's going to score against Everton 2 goals, I think. So that's about 5.
Leeds
United. He's going to definitely score a hat trick there. So I think he gets another 10 goals minimum. I'm just going to put it there. 10 goals minimum. I think he thinks on about 40 to 43 league goals.
Wow.
In the season. That's more than certain man's teams.
Yeah, he's outscoring Chelsea at the moment, isn't he?
Yep, that's the one. So I think he hits the big 40, 100%. Mental, isn't it? Who is that the most anybody's ever scored? Is Mo Salah in the league? Yeah.
In 38 games, 34 for 42 games for Alan Shearer and Andy Cole.
Mental.
Yeah, but anyway, guys, this is it. So all the games today. Liverpool play Leeds. I'm not sure if you're worried.
You confident?
Kaz is going to get onto, but I can't be.
Wait, bro, I swear if you don't beat them, you know what video is coming out.
I can't be because we lose away to relegation for the 12:30 games and 8 p.m. games. We don't fare well. Diaz will come. We're going to see Diaz for the first time since October. Thiago comes back into the fold. Alisson and Konate, Klopp said are doubts, but I think Konate won't start, but Alisson I think will come back into the fold.
Luis Diaz is back.
He'll get a cameo last 10, 20 minutes. You two are probably going to be like, why are you coming on with this defeatist mentality? But I've seen this too many times. I think Leeds nick it 2-1. And I know you're going to get onto your regardless, Kaz, but I think we lose tonight. I'm not gonna lie. I just think they're gonna be up for it. They go ahead. We're just not at the races. Just that typical game under the lights at Ellen Road. I can see us losing 2-1. We should win though. With Superior, we'll have more of the ball. But
Are you playing away?
yeah, it's at Ellen Road.
So you win about 3-1 or something. Leeds are atrocious. But Leeds are like very like they're good team going forward. Their defense is suspect, bro.
A bit like Newcastle's defense this weekend.
I know why he said that as well.
He saw somebody and then right away it is.
I'm just saying, best like she done the prop to me. I'm doing the prop back. Like when we conceded, they just gotta hold it as well, man. Sven Botman, I've got questions. I've got questions. Yeah, all right, okay. That's all I'm saying. Trippier did
2 games in a row now. Sven Botman against Brentford giving away a penalty and
and Dan Burn. Even Newcastle fans.
I like Dan Burn, guys. I'm like, I
not
don't
even
like
a left back, man.
on him.
Come on, man. Like Dan Burn, I've had enough. I've had enough. Like, you know what?
My 7 footer.
Even when I watch Newcastle, I don't want to see him against Perisic. No, sorry, right wing. Who's he gonna play
against who?
Kulusevski. I don't want to see him play against Kulusevski. Yeah, put Jamal Lascelles at left back or something. He'll do better.
Is he still there?
Probably.
He's the captain. He's the club captain.
Probably. I just can't. I just put Matt Target there, please. Like, I want to see some attacking fullbacks with Trippier. Like I want to see Spurs get roasted. I want Newcastle to thrash them. I just want to get away. I just want to get away now from Spurs and the rest of them lot. Just get away from it. I need Newcastle to win. I'm a Newcastle fan this weekend.
Same here.
It's time to run away and just separate us. Kendall, you better beat them. Otherwise, you're getting invited onto Rivals.
But anyway, we've done less than an hour. So everybody that is here, make sure to hit that like button if you haven't yet. Tomorrow, Rivals Not Virals, 6 p.m. Of course, after before the Champions League games. And then enjoy the Champions League games. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Make sure to support the channel. Check out the membership in the description if you want to support the channel. If you want to get priority in the call-in shows, of course.
Yeah, tomorrow at 6 is a shameless panel. It is. I think it's got to be the most shameless panel yet. Specs is in for a ride. Can't lie. Lee, Guna Lee, Monts, George is just confirmed. Myself. Specs, and who's the last one? I've not mentioned. It's going to be half an hour of Lewis and half an hour of Abs.
Yeah, that'll be a hell of a stream.
Daps is in Munich, so yeah.
But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you, and hopefully, guys, we'll see you soon. Make sure to hit that like button, and we're out.